Hey guys, I've been wanting to talk about some stuff for a while, not only to you but also to people just in my personal life, and I just haven't talked about any of it because I'm anxious. I guess I can't bring myself to talk about it, so I've got a bunch of not really bullet points. And I'm just gonna go through it and talk about what's up because I don't feel good. To start, I'm just gonna say YouTube sucks, but I'm addicted to it. I love this. I love sitting in front of a camera. I love having a microphone out. I love this, and I want to do more. But the reason I say YouTube sucks is because I'm getting upset because I don't have the time to do more. I don't have the idea. I get a really good idea and I tell people about it and they think it's great, and then I forget and I don't have it written down and I don't have like a script or anything. It's just gone. And then the stuff I want to do, I have to put a bunch of effort into. I don't have the time. I don't have the requirements. Like, for example, I want to make these really long video essays about things that I genuinely love. I don't have an editing software. The PC I have barely turns on. The only camera I have is my shitty little Nokia and then this dumb laptop. My videos aren't growing well. They're doing okay. The actual videos are. But the only video I have that's not in a 2-digit number or like barely scraping 100 is the thing of me shaving my head, which I hated doing. I just had to for likes reasons. And it kind of hurts that my most popular thing I've ever created over like the 30 fucking channels I've made in the 11 years of being on here. The biggest thing I've ever made is me shaving my head. Algorithms are not helping me. Shorts are just coming and going. Like, I post a short and then sometimes it'll get a couple hundred views. Sometimes it'll get 12. And some of them, the ones that I actually like write out a little like joke for, or I find something neat to record, those are always the ones that get like 8 views. Which is okay. It adds to my total views, I guess, but it's not super helpful. And I can't get out of bed. I'll wake up, it's like 9 a.m. I don't have anything to do till 1, so that's 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1. It's 4 hours. I could make something. I could get up and talk. But instead, I can't get out of bed. I just lay here. I don't wake up and turn my fans off. I don't go get food. I don't drink something. I don't take, like, my vitamins and shit. I just lay there. I'm not sleeping for hours. I'll just lay here. It's 2:20 as I'm recording this. I woke up at 10. This is the first thing I've done all day. I laid in bed. I haven't eaten. I haven't drank. I just laid in bed and then I did this. Which pushes perfectly into this. Clinical depression. I'm so depressed. It's hard to eat. I'm somebody who has to eat a lot. Certain people in my family and in social circles believe it is Crohn's disease. I have not been diagnosed, so I will not say for a fact that I have that. But there's a lot of stuff pointing to it, and I need to get that figured out. So I eat a lot due to the fact that I don't, like, get certain things from the foods. On top of me having a very low metabolism. But it's hard to eat. Like, food will be sitting in front of me, something that I know for a fact I enjoy eating, and I just won't. I just won't eat it. And it's not a choice thing. I'm not thinking like, oh, I don't want to eat this. I'll like start eating, and after like a bite, I'll just done. I don't want more. It feels weird. I don't want to eat. It's hard to talk to people. I'm having a conversation with a friend or my partner or family or whatever, and my brain just like short circuits, and I don't know how to speak. I forget entire sentences. I think like, okay, here's what I want to say, and then I go to talk, 2 words come out, and then I just blank, and I can't remember what I'm talking about. And it happens day in and day out, and it's always there. Which is wild. It's hard to wake up, as I talked about earlier. I'll just lay in bed. I'll just lay in bed and do absolutely nothing. Especially if I have a schedule and it's like, you have to do this at 10, this at 12, this at 1, this at 2, this at 4, this at 9, whatever. If I have a schedule like that, I'll get up because my brain's like, okay, shit has to be done. It has a time limit on it, therefore it needs to be done now. If I don't have that sort of schedule every single morning, I'll just lay here and do nothing. Which sucks. It's hard to create things because the moment I start working on it, my brain immediately, like imposter syndrome, just starts thinking like, this is wrong, should have done this here, you suck at this, that, blah, 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 and it just keeps going. Good little quick example. Sorry about that. I just got a phone call about DHS stuff because my family sucks. Anyways, what I was trying to say, also that took me like 2 minutes after the phone call to remember what the fuck I was talking about, because my dumb little autism ADHD brain. This shitty little painting that's literally just black and then some orange. Yeah, I've been working on this for 3 weeks. I did a coat of black in the middle because I was going to go for like a void thing, and I was like, that looks fucking stupid. So then I did the whole thing black, which I thought looked neat. And then I was like, I'm going to ask for like my partner's favorite color, and I'll just fucking work with that as my next thing. And they said orange, and I was like, fuck yeah, I'm a ginger, I like orange. So I used that, and at first I did a thin stripe, and I was like, looks out of place. Made it larger. I liked it. Then I realized it's not even. It's got these little bristles coming up off of it, and that upset me. It's got bubbles in it because I'm an idiot and I don't know how to paint. It's like all textured, which is weird. I wanted it to be kind of like this. I didn't want it to have its own texture, but it does. I've been working on this for 3 weeks because every time I get my paints ready and stuff, and then I sit on the ground and I look at it, and I love to paint. Genuinely, very therapeutic. I'm looking at it, and it just... I'm just not into it. That's how I am with all my paintings. There's 2 of them I really like, and 2 of them I really don't. But I don't want to take the ones I don't like and like throw them away because it feels like upsetting. It feels like it's wrong. But yeah, I've been having issues with creating. Like, I have a list of 100 video ideas, and I've had it since like February 30th. Not 30th, like 25th or something. I don't even know if there is a February 30th. But like the 25th of February or something like that. And I had that, and since then I've recorded probably 10 videos. I've done maybe 2 of those ideas. Because I open it, I'm looking, I'm like, what do I want to make? And each thing is like, yeah, I could do that, but that requires me to like, do this research, or it requires me to do this or that. And it just, my brain is telling me, you can't do that right now, that's too much work. Even if it's something like, like, list your top 10 favorite wrestling matches. That requires me to figure out my favorite wrestling matches. I love wrestling. It's one of my biggest, like, special interests. Anyone who knows me in person knows that I don't shut the fuck up about it. but somehow my brain hears that it's like for a video, and it's like, oh, so you have to be like, you have to make it good. You have to do good. Therefore, you can't just name your favorite matches. You've got to talk about why they're your favorite, who's in it, if there's any controversial stuff about it, if the match led to something, if there's like follow-ups, if there's something before, if there's a storyline, if there's something going on in like history that it was like a big thing, or blah blah blah. And then it's like, cool, I can do all that pretty easily because I know most of the information because of my stinky little autism brain. But then it's like, oh, well, you can't just have a video of you talking about it. You've got to have stuff in the background. You've got to bring up pictures. And it's like, I can't edit. I don't know what I'm doing. And then my brain short-circuits this as well. If you can't edit it, you just shouldn't make the fucking video. So that's fun. The next two things are very personal, but I don't care, really. It's kind of obvious. I'm gay. I like women and men and also everything in between and on the outside. Just fucking the spectrum of things I like is not like one group of people. I like people. And that's already hard, period, because, you know, living in a modern world talking about that stuff. But I live in Arkansas. I live in a small rural town in Arkansas where there's more dead gay people than there is gay people living. Because around here, that's not okay. And to add on top of that, my family is incredibly religious and incredibly homophobic. To throw on top of that, I'm also trans. So, you know, add a little bit more onto the group of reasons why people around here don't like me. So that stuff's really difficult. And it's hard to talk about. And only my closest friends know about the gay part. And only like 6 people on the planet know about the trans thing, other than you guys, but that's different. 6 people who know me in person know the trans thing, if even. Could be like 5, could be 4, I don't know. And that's hard, because I can't be honest about it, so I have to lie about it a lot. So, in lying about it, not only does it hurt because I'm not being honest about who I am, but it also hurts because I'm restricting things of myself, and then I pretend like being dead named doesn't hurt at all, even though it most definitely does. The only person who I allow to call me my dead name is my best friend, and it's not because they aren't okay with using the other one. They say Finn a lot. It's simply because I told them that they can call me the other name. And I said they can, and people somehow get upset about it. I gave him permission to call me that. He has complete consent for me to call me that. I'm not going to be upset with him ever. I have, like, I don't know what the right term would be. I'm anxious 24/7. Every, like, day I'm anxious. Every hour I'm anxious. I don't know about every minute or every second, but I could bet on every minute. I'm incredibly anxious all the time. And a lot of times I can point and be like, here's why. Like, when somebody is talking to me and we're having, like, a verbal fight, and they, like, I'll flinch. I'll flinch in a verbal dispute, whether it be a friend, partner, if it's whatever, I flinch. Which harbors back to childhood and being abused and da-da-da. But that's not fun, and it heavily it causes heavy worry among my friends and family. Don't know why it worries my family. You're the ones who beat me, so You're the ones who beat me in each other, so I don't know why the fuck you care if I flinch. Is there any other anxious stuff I want to talk about? I'm anxious about YouTube. I'm worried videos won't do well. I'm worried interactions will be poor. Anytime there's a comment that's extremely negative, I act as if I don't care, but it hurts. I'm anxious about somebody noticing me. Like, let's say I go to fucking TwitchCon, right? If I go to VidCon is probably a better explanation. Say I go to VidCon and I get noticed by like one person, my brain's not gonna work. I'm gonna freak out, and then they're gonna come try to talk to me or get a picture or some shit, or even just say hi, and I'm gonna freak the fuck out. Similarly, I think I have like a light or like a soft core or like agoraphobia, because even going to the store causes me to get so anxious that sometimes I just vomit. Like, I'll go in the store, get my groceries or whatever, I'll get in my truck, and on the way home I'll have to pull over and vomit because I'm so anxious. Or when I'm with friends and they take like a picture of all of us, it's like, oh shit, what if they like post this on like Facebook or Instagram, and now people A, know where I am, B, know who I'm around, and C, it's a thing of like, what if I look shitty in this, or whatever, and stuff like that can make me feel anxious. Phone calls, if I get a phone call from a number that I don't know, I almost always just I just leave my phone sitting there, and I don't touch it. If it's a number I don't know, and there's no name or anything on it, I'm like, holy fuck, what if this person, what if they hear my voice and they think something bad? Or what if it's somebody who's trying to do something that's not good? Or what if my number got leaked from like a website or something? Or what if somebody recognizes my voice? Because 88,000 people have heard my voice on this channel, and what if somebody who calls me is like, hey, I know who you are, and then they have my phone and my phone number, and my phone number is connected to my address and shit, because I don't own this phone. It's my fucking grandma's and shit. So, connected to all my shit. Fun. I'm gonna die. I need a break. I took a few minutes to breathe. Woohoo. What else is on the list? I'm scared of people, which I was kind of already talking about, but yeah, I'm afraid of people. Even like, all my friends work at McDonald's. I'll go to McDonald's and I'll sit in like a little booth, all bunched up and wait on them. And even the simplest question, like from a worker who I worked after me and I don't know who they are or whatever, and they're like, do you need help? Even that shit, my face will go red, my eyes will dilate, I'll start like fucking pacing or counting my fingers or some shit. Because I'm just worried, why is this person talking to me? Even that simple shit of like, the simplest thing of like, hey hun, do you need help? And it's like, I fucking, huh? And like my brain shuts off. So that's cool. I'm afraid of the people I like. One of my closest friends who what the fuck? I don't want to say his name. One of my closest friends, a good buddy of mine, me and him were hanging out last night. And while hanging out, we were in my truck at like a parking lot at like 3 a.m. just doing absolutely nothing. And we're just chilling. And we're just talking back and forth. And I don't know why, but randomly, I got really anxious. And I had to walk off for a minute. And I didn't, I guess because of the autism, I didn't realize that it was rude. Because I got scared, because it's like, oh, there's a person in my vehicle, and I've been talking to this person for an hour and a half, and now I feel like I owe this person something. And then I get up and I walk off. I felt all weird, and I was just weird and anxious and nervous, and my stomach hurt. And I took a second, and it got better, and then I went and we talked for a minute. And then he was like, it's 3 a.m., I gotta go. And my brain, instead of thinking, yeah, it's really fucking late, we should go home, instead I was like, oh, he's pissed at me, that's why he's leaving. So that's weird. Imposter syndrome sucks. I feel like in the age of the internet, I don't really have to explain that. I feel like I don't have to explain imposter syndrome. I feel like people have a little bit of an understanding of what that is. But I have felt that my whole life. I would assume from not having things, like growing up extremely poor, bouts of like homelessness, and then like not having enough food or not having warm water or whatever, that sort of stuff has like made my brain think that that's normal. So then having good shit makes my brain go, oh, why? And then like being surrounded by shitty people my whole life, finally meeting people who like treat me good, I'm like, what is happening? You know what I mean? I feel like I don't need to delve into that too much. And the next thing I wrote really big, it just says dysphoria. It's probably backwards on the camera, but just dysphoria. I hate my body. I want to look like a woman, and I don't think I do. My facial hair grows in, like, after a day. I shaved yesterday, and it's not visible on this, I don't think. But, like, I've got fucking stubby bits everywhere. I'm balding, you know? So that really makes me look like a woman, doesn't it? My thighs, I wish they were bigger. My fucking waist is, like, okay, I guess. Got, like, a little bit of an hourglass thing going on, but, like, my ribs pop out and shit. Fucking hairy as shit. It's all blonde, so it doesn't show up much. But, like, I'm extremely hairy. And it's... yay. But that sort of thing is fun. But, you know, just all that stuff merged together. And because I brought up depression earlier, I feel the need to say this. I don't hate myself. I used to. These days, I don't. I genuinely love who I am as like an actual person. I just hate the way I'm viewed. I hate how I sound. Like, I don't like my accent or my voice. I can't hear myself without like being like, whoa. I think I look cute, but I don't necessarily like looking at myself. But I do love who I am. I love my comedy. I love how sweet I can be. I love my weird broken English. I love me. But there's a lot of stuff around me and about me that I don't. And you're never gonna love everything about you unless you're an ass. And I've been getting better, and I've talked to plenty of therapists, none of which have really... they've all helped, but none of them have, like, been super helpful. And I think one of the things that makes the depression harder is not being able to talk about this shit. I live with people who don't believe in mental illness and don't believe in, like, depression being a thing. Like, my family genuinely thinks if you're depressed, just stop. And that's how their brains work. They also don't believe that I am, like, that I have ADHD, autism, or anything, which sucks because that means the people that are supposed to protect me don't even believe that I have the issues that I have. So that's fun. On that note, it's April 5th. On the 15th, I go and get an autism assessment. It could take another 2 months to get the shit actually done, but I'm getting another assessment done because we're tired of second guessing and it being like, one doctor being like, autism child, and another doctor being like, so finally getting that done, which is cool. But that'll be helpful. I don't have too much else to say. I kind of ranted. I expected this to be like 3 minutes, and it was 25. So that's not what I necessarily wanted. I guess I'll end this with saying thank you for listening. Even if it's only like one person made it this far, thank you. I appreciate it. If you made it this far, comment collarbone. Thank you for listening. I appreciate being given the opportunity to talk about these issues. God, my brain is blanking. Sorry. Have a good day.